in high esteem. Let's read Ephesians 5:33. Hold them in high esteem. Let's read it quickly.
Nevertheless, let every one of you in particular so love his wife even as himself, and the wife see that she reverence her husband.
That's right. You know, here the word is calling on us wives to respect our husband. When you respect a man, they feel good. Yeah, men have something about them. They have something they call their ego. When you respect them, they feel good. If you want to see a man shoulder up, respect him. You know, let his wife back him in what he's doing, and you will see shoulders up in the air. You'll see them. Giving respect to her husband is a primary way whereby a Christian wife carries out her response to submissive to one another. Okay, we talked just now what the man have to cherish, but this is our response to being submissive. Respect is the attitude, submission is the act. Submission to one another out of reverence for Christ is God's plan for the Christian home in a fallen world. The Apostle Peter shows the unique connection between respect and beauty. For this is the way the holy women of the past who put their hope in God used to make themselves beautiful. They were submissive to their own husband. In God's estimation, respect for husband makes a woman beautiful. It is a natural beauty that requires no cosmetic, in which the Christian wives may grow older the older she gets. No cosmetic, respect. Just showing respect to your husband. You know, sometimes we think, brethren, as we grow up, sin caused that. As we think, sometimes we think when we show respect, we've been stupid. You know that? Yeah. Yes, you're stupid and you don't bother about the person. You don't talk about them all on how, talk to them all on how and so. But we must show respect to each other. When somebody talking about your wife to you, they must speak to your wife respectfully. Don't talk about she and she and she. You know? You, the husband, must ask who you're talking about. And the wife must ask that too. You know what you're talking about, and he and he and he. Talking about, don't just being and being and being. Your husband, my husband. That's how we must speak. Right, show respect. There is, however, a significant challenge in this command in the light of the history of female subjection to man. Human society has a horrendous record of male suppression and abuse of women. In every generation and in every culture, woman has been denied the rights given to them by God, treated like second-class citizens in the best of times and like downright slaves in the worst of times. It is a part of recorded history and it cannot be denied. We know that. But we know what Jesus did. Jesus liberated women when he came here. Do you remember that? Yes. Before Jesus, a woman couldn't talk. You know, but Jesus liberated women. When you look around who was following Jesus, he had a lot of women disciples. A lot of women disciples. And the worst of women, Jesus took them. Remember Mary Magdalene, what he did to her? Oh yes, go and sin no more. Yes, and the woman at the well. We must never make the mistake of judging God by men. The God who created us never sanctioned the abuse of even one woman. Peter is not describing female subjection when he commands Christian wives to submit to their own husband. He is describing a relationship of equals in which one partner wills to submit herself to the other so as to comply with God's order for the home. It does not diminish the wife to do so. On the contrary, Peter said it makes her beautiful. And again we go back to the Godhead, how we can explain it. God the Father, God the Son, you know, and we look at the submission here. God the Son submit himself to the Father for the sake of our redemption without losing 1 ounce of his divinity. Understand that. It's not going beneath. It was the Son who left heaven to assume a low station in order to enact the plan of salvation. However, Jesus was not downgraded to a lesser stature when he took on human flesh. On the night of his birth, holy angels who worship God alone worship him as they fill the heaven with a song. Remember that? In Luke, angels sang on high when Jesus was born. they worship him, just as they did before while he was up there. In order, God had arranged for the home in the context of the fall. In the context of the fall is in accordance with our nature as male and female. Just as love, affection, just as love and affection help a woman blossom in her full potential, so respect and support help make him a better man. Vice versa. The confidence placed in him by his wife can help him undertake even greater things. He knows his companion believes in him. She is not bad-mouthing him behind his back. He can hold his head high in public because his wife is there for him. Even though she knows more than anyone else that he is not perfect, the result is sin outside the home as well as within. Her husband is respected at the gates, where he takes his seat among the elders of the land. You can read that in Proverbs. Here we say the support. What the word is asking for is support, support. So then we cry down each other too much, not so? Yes, let us support. Now if I'm doing something home, and I'm not getting the support home, how can I get it in the church? You know, if when I speak, the people home say, I listen to that, that sound good. Then when I come to church, you think I will be able to present it? I cannot. You know, I cannot present it, but you must gain the confidence home from your husband or from your wife, and then you go to your children. Christian marriage is superior to secular marriage. So then we look at it and just say marriage is marriage. Christian marriage is secular, is superior, sorry, to secular marriage. It can be expressed as a difference between a covenant and a contract. This to marriage. A contract is an agreement between parties to perform service or provide goods in exchange for other goods or service. The basis is performance. If one party fails to deliver what he has promised, the contract is broken and the other party is freed from obligation. It is a 50-50 relationship. Today, brothers, some people marry on that basis. If it works, well, fine. If not, you know. Yes. I'm trying it, I'm giving it a try. You ever hear that? Yes. You're giving it a try. But here we say that Christian marriage is different. Yes. When you get into marriage, those of you thinking about it, it's not a trial. Not a trial. You're going into a contract and if it works, well, fine. Let me see how the thing will work. Not so. A 50-50 chance. No, that's not God's ideal for Christian. A covenant, however, resembles a contract, but the similarity is only superficial. A covenant is also an agreement between two parties. In the case of marriage, it is a legal agreement with license or license ceremony and the filing of official document. While these are the social conventions of the institution and have their places, these things are not the essence, of a marriage. The paperwork and all that kind of thing. The New Testament word for covenant here is deka, meaning will or nothing in return. Will or nothing, or will or testament or nothing in return. The ruling idea of which is one-sidedness. A will is not revocable, okay? The testator gives all and receives nothing in return. We know when people make will, what they have? Nothing in return. Debt, as we say. A covenant represents an all-out commitment. That is not a 50-50, but 100%. This is the essence of marriage. Now when you enter into marriage, you must not say a giving part, but you must give your all. If I give my all and my partner give his all, what would happen? No holding back. Once we start to hold back in marriage, it doesn't work. Problem. You must plan that we must give our all. It doesn't matter what the other person will do, but you give your all. Give your all. Now to be married means to accept your partner's imperfection while remaining fully conscious of your own and determined to practice towards one another in the world the full expression of the